Hello everyone. In this tutorial I will show you how to connect and control an Arduino using PHP. For those who are new to this, Arduino is an open source electronics prototyping platform. You can find more info about an Arduino on their official website. It's basically a very interesting piece of hardware. You can connect it to your computer and perform different operations such as turning on and off a light, responding to environment changes, and a lot more. It all comes down to just transmitting and receiving signals and respond to them. What you see here is my Arduino Uno board, and today we're going to use it to turn on and off this light over here using a control panel I wrote in PHP. So let's start with the tutorial. First of all, the things you will need: an Arduino board, an USB cable to connect it to your computer, a relay board, a breadboard, and a light bulb. The relay board and the lamp is optional though. The Arduino board has an LED already connected to its 13th pin, so you can use that to test what we're going to do here today. Okay, so let's start. I'm going to assemble this really quick. As you can see, we have the relay board connected to the switch that's connected to the lamp. We're going to use the breadboard. You can see the red wire is for 5 volts, the black wire is for ground, and the white wire is going to be connected to the 13th pin on the Arduino board. We're going to use it to transmit signals to the relay board. I'm just connect this one here on the breadboard. And this one goes to the 13th pin, and this one back to the breadboard. The relay board actually works like a switch. When we pass the digital write signal with the value of high, it closes and makes a connection between those two wires that are connected to it. And if we send the signal of low, it doesn't make any connection between those two wires. If you're not going to use the relay board, this is how your setup should look like. Just hook up the Arduino board to the computer, that's all. So see, this is my setup over here. I've connected to these ones. 5 volts, the ground connected to this one. This is the pin connected to the 13th pin over here. As you can see, I have a switch for this one. Okay, I have the control panel. Okay, so let's start with the coding part. Here we can see the control panel written in PHP and with some Ajax. We have a clock here, we have the button, and we have a debug field. This field is going to show us the responses we get from the Arduino whenever we press the button. Okay, so let me show you the folder structure. Okay, so this is the main folder. As you can see, we have here the main index.php file. This is the file that the browser opens whenever it accesses this folder. We have the audio folder. This is the one. As you may have noticed, whenever I press the button, there's a sound playing, and there's the handlers for that sound. Okay, this is the actual handler. Okay, some handlers for this is the actual handler we have for the light. This is the file that is going to talk with the Arduino. It's gonna send the messages and receive messages. Have the images folder. We have the two buttons here, and the includes folder. As you can see, I have the jQuery class, the PHP serial class. This is the actual class that is going to make us able to talk with the Arduino through a serial port. This is SWF object class. This is the class that is going to make us able to hear a sound whenever we press a button. And this is the time.php file. This is the actual file that shows us the time here. Okay, so we're gonna start with the index.php file. Let's open it up. So here you can see that it starts as a basic HTML file. We have all these things here. What we do is that we include these two classes, WF object and jQuery class. Okay, and now we start the script. This lines here tells us to execute the following lines only after the page was loaded. So the first thing we do is we set a default value for the div with the class light, as you can see here. Basically it's just this button. At first it sets it to the off state, like the image for the off button. Next we're gonna show the time. This is the code for the clock we have here. It tells that it should execute this file every second, like every 1000 milliseconds. Let me show you the file right now. This is the file. So basically just echoing the date, hour, minutes, that's all. Next we're going to handle the div with the light class. You can see we have this function here. So the first line here tells the browser that whenever we click the button, this button, it should load the file situated in handlers light.php. Handlers light.php. So this is actually the file that is going to talk with the Arduino. You can see it includes the PHP serial class file. It then creates a new class. It sets the device to the port we're going to use. I'm going to show you how to find out what port your Arduino is connected to. So we have the TTY SM0. So we have it here the same. Here it just sets baud rate, and then it opens the device. It opens the device and sends the message light. Okay, let me show actually the code that it's on the Arduino. Okay, this is the code we have on the Arduino. So as soon as we click the button, a message light is sent to the Arduino. You can see here. This is a loop that permits us to read the full string. So, and then it sees what's the value of the string. So if the value of the string is light, then it goes to looking at pin 13. Pin number 13, as you can see here. So if pin 13's value is low, then it will digital write the value of high to the pin. It will delay for 100 milliseconds. Like as I told you, it needs some time to respond to the PHP. And then he sends back a message with the value of 1. Okay. He sends the message light. The Arduino receives the message and sends back the message 1 if the lamp was turned on, and 0 if it was turned off. So here we read the line. Then we go back to the index.php file and we read the message sent from the Arduino. And if the message is 1, it's gonna play the sound, you can see here. And it's gonna change the value of the image. Like it's gonna make it green or red if it's 0. That's basically it. So before we try out the control panel we have here, I'm gonna give you some notes. First of all, I know like how it's in Windows operating system, but in Linux, like Ubuntu, you see that I have here, you always have to change the permission settings for the serial port. So we're going to do it like that. ACM0 is my serial port. Maybe you'll have something else. I don't know. As I told you, you can check it out here. See, it's JTTY ACM0. So you just press enter, input your password, and here you go. And another note is that Arduino has this feature, or I don't know, bug. Every time you send a signal through PHP, it has this thing that it always resets itself. So in order to deal with this issue, you have to, I read on some forums that you'll need 110 ohm resistor and make a jump from the reset and 5 volts pins with that resistor. I know I don't have one, so I didn't actually try it. But another workaround is to always leave the serial monitor open. So now we're good to go. I can even try and type here. Let's see, light. So now the light is on and we have the response of 1. So now if we write light again, the light is off and we have the response of 0. So let us test this in the control panel. Okay, we'll just reload. So it's working. And again. So the coolest feature about this project is that it's written in PHP, and thus it can be accessed from any device that has an internet connection. So I'm going to try and connect to my home network using my mobile phone. So let's see. So now we have the browser here. I'll just type the address for my home network. And the address for the folder in which the the code is stored. Okay, so you can see it here. We'll just access it right now. So there we have it. Now let's try and turn on and off the lights. I'll just press this button over here. As you can see, it turned out the lights. And then we're going to press it again. See? Turned off the light. Press it again. Turn on, press again. And it gets kind of buggy and unresponsive at times, but there's room for improvement. Thank you for watching this tutorial. I hope it helped in a way or another. I'm going to include the files I used in the section below, so you can download them and try to do something with them, like, I don't know, your own project or something. And be sure to tune in next time. I will try to basically do the same thing like turning on and off lights, but this time I will try to do them by using a radio controller or a wireless extension. I don't know, but I plan to do it next time. So, see you.